I actually want to test out the microphone sound qualities for this MacBook Air with the M5 chip. I want to start out in Final Cut Pro, the video editing software for this computer from Apple. And first of all, I'm going to use the in-house homegrown microphone that comes standard with this laptop. And let's see how it sounds. I'm going to do a voiceover real quick here, and we'll keep doing different voiceovers with the different microphones that I have. So let's take a listen. All right, you can see here in Final Cut Pro that just the microphone from the computer. You can see the audio moving here. It looks pretty good. Let's do a quick recording and see how it sounds. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. All right, let's take a listen now. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. All right, next I want to try a dedicated microphone. I have DJI microphones. This one that I'm talking into now is connected directly to my ZV-E10 camera via a receiver attached to the hot shoe of the camera. In fact, I might make a video on this one later. But I'm going to be using this microphone. We're going to plug it into the USB port on the microphone itself. Usually I also record into these microphones as a backup, but on this one I'm just going to use it as a standalone mic, see if it records into Final Cut Pro that we can use for a voiceover. It's not laying up as one of the microphones that is offered in Final Cut Pro here. Let's see if we can do something with that. Got it plugged into the USB port on the computer here. All right, so trying to connect this standalone microphone from DJI using a USB cord into the USB port in the MacBook Air with the M5 chip. I'm going to have to try it a different way. It was unsuccessful. So I took this receiver off of my camera that I'm looking into right now, and I'm going to connect it to the MacBook Air with the M5 chip. In order to do that, it comes with a case here that has a lightning adapter and a USB adapter that connects to this receiver. It also comes with two microphones, and it charges them. So let's connect the USB adapter here. Just slides into place. There it is. Nice firm click. And we're going to plug that into the USB port. Let's try our voiceover now using the DJI Mic. It should show up in the voiceovers. All right, there it is. Wireless microphone. Okay. All right, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Let's compare that to the original. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. All right, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. Next microphones that I want to test in here in Final Cut Pro for a voiceover are these Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones that I have. I've had these for a few years now. So I am getting some good gain on here. Let's see what we have inside Final Cut Pro here. There we go. Wireless Go 2 RX, here we go. We got it in stereo. Okay, let's test this out. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. All right, let's play that back and see what we got here. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plain. One more way that I want to try to connect these Rode Wireless Go 2 microphones is through this TRS to TRRS cable into the headphone jack. So let's see, we'll put the black inside the receiver and the gray with the 3 rings on it goes into headphone jack. We have good gain going. The microphone, testing, 1, 2, 3. Let's see if the computer picks up this new microphone. Okay, it is showing the microphone as unavailable. Let's plug it back in as a USB drive. And there we have it. It's back again. All right, testing, 1, 2, 3. Apparently we cannot use the TRS to TRRS cable. The next microphone I'm going to be testing out is an older microphone that I've had probably since 2020. It is a USB microphone from Yeti, the Yeti Blue microphone. And in order to connect it to this computer, I have to use this Apple device here. All right, let's see if it shows up as a microphone. Yeah, there it is, Yeti Nano. We'll go with stereo sound. And let's try out to see how this sounds on the MacBook Air with the M5 chip. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. All right, let's see how that sounds now. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. So you can use a USB microphone with this as long as you have this Apple adapter. All right, the final microphone I want to test out on here is actually a XLR microphone that I have plugged into the back of my Evo 4 audio interface, which will then connect to the MacBook Air with the M5 chip. And we'll see how that sounds. Again, we're going to need the Apple adapter. There it is, Evo 4. We'll go with stereo channels 1 and 2 on here. Testing, yeah, right, we have audio now. Okay, let's test it out here. All right, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. Now let's see how that sounds. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. I'm going to play back all the different microphones now and see if we can tell a difference here. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. All right, the rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. So we were able to use all 5 different types of microphones as voiceover microphones for Final Cut Pro. I would be remiss if I didn't try 2 more microphones that I just happen to have. One of them is a Rock Band microphone. It's a USB microphone. The other one is a Mini Mic Pro. You might have seen these. A lot of people use them for their cell phones, believe it or not. So let's try them both out and see how they sound. Now with the GarageBand microphone, again, since it's a USB mic, I'm going to need to use this Apple adapter. Change USB to USB-C. It looks like it's registering as a Logitech file. All right, let's record this and see how it sounds using a Rock Band USB microphone. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. All right, last microphone is going to be this Mini Mic Pro. It has this little receiver here. Most people use them to attach to their cell phones. Let's push it in here into the USB-C slot. See if it registers on the Final Cut Pro. Okay, I'm seeing a USB audio here. Let's see what that is. Monochrome. Testing, 1, 2, 3. All right, it looks like it's working. Let's do our test now. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. The rain in Spain falls mainly on the plane. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.